Hey everybody, I'm making this video I'm making this video because I really want to say a couple stuff. Um, I don't know, it's just been on my mind a lot lately and it's really been pissing me off. Um, I'm tired of all this Steezer crap. I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck. Shit like swag and all this is really like pissing me the fuck off. I don't know how many of you like saying that shit or do say that shit, but that's fucking retarded. I mean, to me, it's stupid. And to me, seizures are taking so many things away from like rock music and metal music in general. Like, okay, first off, I remember there's a time when people like seizures were calling us queers because we'd get piercings. We'd get piercings, and supposedly that was gay. And now they're getting plugs and they're getting tapers and they're gauging their ears out. They're getting piercings and color dyeing their hair. I remember people used to say, "Oh, you're a emo faggot if you dye your hair," and now they're dyeing their hair too. It's like, really? What the fuck? You're gonna pull that shit out on us? It's really stupid. And like now it's like, wow, they're taking house parties away from us. House party. I used to be back in like what the 80s, 90s when people were like, oh, there's a house party going on. Oh, who's playing? Now it's like, oh, it's a house party. Yeah, it's like, oh, who's playing? Oh no, it's just DJ. We're all gonna have like smoke out, have fun. I mean, really. I mean, smoking weed and all that. I'm not gonna say it's bad because I do it too. I do it too. But like, really, it's not the same. I mean, house party is just like a party no matter what. House party is where you have a bunch of friends, you have stuff to drink, you have like what pot to smoke, you have like what ecstasy to take, but you're jamming out to like music like, oh, it's getting really like fucking angry music. It's not like this pussy shit like that doesn't even take talent to make. And why would they take that shit? It's because why would they take that shit away from us? From so many, like they take it away from us is just like basically, oh yeah, we're gonna talk shit about you, but we're gonna take your style. And they like tight jeans too. They're taking that from like the punks, some emo scenes, the coloring the hair, like again punks emo scenes. It's like real. It's like, are they stupid? I'm sorry, I'm using like a lot. They're so stupid to take that shit away from us. Like I remember how many I don't know how many you used to move Dazed and Confused, but that's how I want to be again. When it'd be like a bunch of rockers, no matter like what you were, like you're a nerdy rocker, you're a stony rocker. They'd all like we'd all go out to the fucking like lots or we'd go out to like the clubs or something, not club, like the Boys and Girls Club or something like that, and we all jam out, hang out, listen to music, drink beer, smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and it's like it was all fun, you know. It wasn't like, oh yeah, fuck you because you look like a queer. It wasn't like fuck you, you look like a queer. I'm sorry, I'm looking at that because I don't know why, but it wasn't like that. It was like, oh we're cool with you, man. We're all good. I mean, we're here for the same reason to hang out, party, listen to awesome music. And now it's like there's no awesome music no more. It's it's all this electronic crap that is made usually with no talent, literally with no talent. I don't know how many of you. I'm sick and tired of this. That's why I personally want to start this revolution. I am tired of this, and we really need to like make this what it is. We need to step up. I don't care if you're an emo kid, because I'm emo. I know I don't look at people like, oh, you're not emo because you don't look at your hair is short. Well, it doesn't mean I'm not. Well, I see I'm all the fruit colorfuls in a way, but well, think about it. Emos, scenes, punks, rockers, metalheads, people who label themselves, well, much to most of those, and people who don't label themselves, straight edge kids, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever, as long like when you listen to metal music, you listen to hardcore music, whatever the fact be, we need to step up and say, you know what, motherfuckers, this is our thing. We had this first. We can't fight each other no more. It's no longer with a punk kid saying to an emo kid, "You stole my look," or "You're just a sad, depressed version of me," or like a metalhead looking at scene kids and being like, "Oh, you guys are faggots," or like punk people talking up like emo kids saying metal like, "Oh, your shit's noise," or like it's just wow, we're fighting against each other. And same thing, gothic people too, like goth music too. Like everybody's fighting. Emo kids are emo scenes, metalheads, gothics, punks. and rockers, we're all fighting against each other when we should be really fighting against people who keep taking stuff away from us, who are taking like all the things that we still like love doing. Like I know so many metalheads back in the days used to wear Converse, straight jeans, and jackets. Now they're using that for style. That was our thing. It was like we go to a concert, it was cool. And now it's like they're wearing it and they don't even go to concerts. They wear band shirts that they don't even know the bands. They wear Guns N' Roses, Pink Floyd, Nirvana, Rolling Stones, the Beatles. They don't even know those. They don't even know them. They don't know any music. Oh yeah, I know Guns N' Roses. Welcome to the Jungle. Do you know Use Your Illusions? Do you know November Rain? Do you know any other songs? Hush. Do you know any other songs from them? Oh no, you don't. Oh wow. You don't even deserve the band shirt then. I'm wearing an Alexander shirt. I can name both through. I can name two of the. I can name the EP too. Stand Up and Scream, first album. Was it Wild Out or something? Fuck, now I feel like a douchebag. But yeah, the EP, Life is Wild or Wild Out or something like that. The second album, Reckless Relentless, their dubbed music, their dubstep music, stepped up and scratched. I'm not saying anything about bad dubstep because dubstep does take hard work. I mean, I can't say it's not music because it does have a bunch of mastered music beats. What I'm trying not to say, but dubstep, it's good with metal because at least it's mixed in with something that takes skill. That's why I'm not gonna hate on metal bands that use dubstep because they actually have talent to back up their music career. So that's why I'm not gonna say shit. But yeah, and yeah, I know albums. They're making a new album. I follow. I honestly love this band. I listen to the music, so I get to wear the band shirt. I don't think you should wear a band shirt unless you don't listen to that band. That's like you don't see me wearing a Chris Brown shirt or a Drake shirt. Oh, just because like I'm just gonna wear it like that. It's really stupid. I literally, I really, like I said, we need to start this revolution. I want a bunch of us to go out. I don't care where. Go in a parking lot. Take a parking lot like at I don't know, like what 9 to 11. All us go out, hang out, blast. Know people who have cars, have them drive you. Put CDs in, blast music. Like I want to see somebody blasting Motionless in White. I want to see somebody blasting A Mirror. Somebody blasting Chelsea Grin. Somebody blasting Suicide Silence. Somebody blasting like what Blood on the Dance Floor. 3 Days Grace. Him. 69 Eyes, Cradle of Filth, whatever be your choice of music. I want to see somebody blasting like that from their car, and I don't really care if you don't like your friend's music or not. Like we should literally just accept each other's music, music genre. I'm tired of all this crap. If you should just stop fighting each other and just know that we're basically this is what I want to do. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Basic rock and roll. Basic rules of like the music, like the real music, which is rock and roll, rock music, and which accounts for a bunch of other the subgenres. I want to add a new rule. Brotherhood. We have to have a brotherhood with each other. We can't hate each other anymore. We need to have a brotherhood with each other. I don't care if you don't like the emo kid. How do you know he doesn't like Suicide Silence? How do you know he doesn't like Chelsea Grin? How do you know he doesn't like Bono of Osiris? And metalheads, how can you not don't denounce Sleeping with Sirens just because like they sing like girls or it is not real metal? You actually hear it, dude. Like it's music. It may not be metal, but it's really good. I have metal friends who gave up their like we like Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil, what else? A bunch of other bands. Like you can't deny what you really like. You know what I mean? I mean, don't hate on each other's music. Don't hate on each other. We can't be. How can we be like? It's like we're a dysfunctional family. We're fighting against each other when there's a real a threat that's hurting all of us. We all have a common enemy and we're fighting each other. It's fucking retarded. Why aren't we fighting against them? Why aren't we showing them that we stand together and fuck swag, fuck YOLO. If the only YOLO you're gonna be saying is either from the Strokes or from Suicide Silence, because they thought of it first. All right. Rap music doesn't take talent. Lil Wayne trying to play guitar. Lil Wayne can't do shit. on guitar. And if you're a real musician, you would know that he can't play on guitar. He literally can't. And if you're offended by this whatsoever, you think, oh, well, you're talking shit about them. Well, you know what? Who side are you to be on? Are you to be on against us or be against them? Because think about it. Who really has the music background and music history and means something with their music? Alright, Black Veil Brides. I know a lot of people like Black Veil Brides, but what does Black Veil Brides stand for? They stand for bringing rock and roll music back to this dysfunctional world where people like to do YOLO and all that bullcrap. Same thing with Motionless White. Fighting against people who just think that we're weird, and another band that shows up. You know what? Whitechapel. Whitechapel doesn't give a fuck what you look like. You could be a scene kid, look like the gayest motherfucker, and Whitechapel will personally shake your, like Phil Bozeman will shake your hand and say, you know what, dude? As long as you like my music, I'm cool with you, because at least you know like what I have to say. Stop denouncing your fellow musicians. Stop denouncing like, oh, fuck Axie Alexandria, nothing but no talent band that's just nothing but breakdowns. You know what? Well, I mean, they may not. Okay, they may use a lot of breakdown riffs, but they're a really good band if you give them a chance. They have their elements and they have their exactly. They have their elements, and it's like we all grew up listening to the same music. It all goes back to us like finding metal out, like listening to Black Sabbath, wanting to do the riff to Crazy Train so bad, wanting to like surpass Zakk Wylde, Pantera, all of them. And you can't deny saying you didn't like hear Pantera. Any musicians can't deny and say, well, we didn't like Blink-182. Like we all grew up listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers, rock and roll music that was good. And like we all grew up listening to like the early stuff like Papa Roach, and then now it's like, oh, like I personally now seen kids like pop punk, which was like Blink-182, AFI. Like that was the stuff like what like emo kids and sing kids grew up hearing. And same thing with like gothic kids that heard him. Same thing as emo kids heard him. Some gothic kids now like Motionless in White, Marilyn Manson. Metalheads like Marilyn Manson. Rockers like 3 Days Grace, Nirvana. Well, so do gothic kids. So do emo kids. So do metalheads. So do scenes. It's like we all have a musical branch. We all try to like label ourselves, and you have the non-labelers like metal, and like I call them non-labelers because they say we are ourselves and they don't like to be labeled. They call themselves straight edge kids, but all of us in general, we all fall upon the same tree, no matter if we're a close branch or not. We're all upon the same tree of music. We all like hardcore rock and roll music. And now people are like, well, it's not really rock and roll, it's metal. You know what? Metal came from rock and roll, okay? You go to me and tell that Black Sabbath is not a metal band. They didn't call themselves metal, they call themselves a rock band. But back then, that was the shit, man. That was the heaviest thing. And we can't fight each other no more. No more fighting against each other. No more demouthing each other's bands. If we don't like each other's bands, be like, you know what? I respect what they're trying to do for their own music, but I personally don't like them. You don't have to call them fags. You don't have to call them, oh, that's shitty music, that doesn't take talent. We can't fight against each other no more. Alright? No more. It's respect to one another. That's what I want to say. We respect each other and respect each other's choice in music. We don't denounce each other just because we don't like us then have like a certain type of music we listen to. Look at this. My band logo. Declaration of Athena, made up of, and look at my back of my binder. I got Blood on the Dance Floor and Motionless in White on the bottom. Alright, I like Chelsea Grin, Suicide Sons. I love fucking deathcore. I love going crazy and listening to basher heavy music. But I also like to party up with Blood on the Dance Floor, Broken Side. I also like to sometimes relax and hear like 3 Days Grace. And I also like to hear like gothic music when I'm feeling down. No more. This is the revolution. This is where we're going to prove to everybody that we stand together. This is the revolution. Are you with me or against me? That's how it is.